So I'm going to start off this video with a When the Saints Go Marching in piano solo. My name is Paul Tobey from jazzmental.com. I want to play you a jazz version of When the Saints, and then we're going to come back and analyze some of the things. So let me play the solo first, and then when we start to discuss the chords, what you're going to learn is that these chord progressions are very common in thousands and thousands of pieces of music, including most of the jazz standards. And it's infinitely valuable to learn what I'm about to share with you. So stick around. All right, let me start off with playing the piano solo over When the Saints, and then we're going to come back and discuss some of the things that I'm doing. All right, so as you look at the lead sheet, what I want to focus on here is literally the second 4 bars, where it goes from 1 to 2 minor 7. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's infinitely useful to get there by going from 1 to 4 to 3 to 6. Now, obviously 4 is major, 3 is minor, and 6 is a dominant 7th chord. And the reason why you want to learn that is because that's how jazzers get from 1 to 2. And there's a lot of pieces of music that do this. So let's just play a quick chord progression for that. Okay, let's look at the left-hand voicing and then the scales on top for each of those. And once you learn that, you should be able to do it in a couple of different keys, and then you can start applying that to other pieces of music. So what we're going to do is let's start off with 1, which is F. Let's go to 4. We'll do a whole bar there and a whole bar here. There's 4. And then 3 is A minor 7, to 6, which is D7, and then to 2, which is G minor 7. And then eventually the tune keeps going and goes to F. Okay. So the voicing for this one should be F6. So we're just going to do that in root position like that. So that's F, A, C, and D. And then we'll come back and talk about the scale in a minute. Then we're going to go to B flat major 7. So this chord, which is literally the same chord you would play for the G minor over here. So you can start to substitute these things. Then we're going to get A minor. So if you take the G minor chord and you go up a whole step, get to A minor 7. So let's just play, write that. So we've got G, B natural, C, and E. And then our D7 chord, we're going to stretch a little bit and play a fourth. So we're going to do F sharp, which is the third, the seventh, which is C, and then an F, which is the sharp 9. This one's the sharp 9 here. That's a cool chord. And then if you kept going, it was G minor 7 to C7, just drop one note to E and play the rest the same. And then down to the F chord. Okay, now let's talk about the scales that go over top of that. So the bebop scale for F is this. And let's do a bebop scale for B flat 7. So we're going to go all the way down here to B flat. It's easier to play without the pen in your hand. And then let's do A minor 7. So you have to get the F sharp in there. Because the key of the moment is G, because you've got a 2, which is A minor 7, D7 to G, but we're in the key of F, so it's actually 3, 6, but it's considered key of the moment, so you absolutely need the F sharp in there. Obviously the passing note is the C sharp. And then the D7 bebop scale is the same. And then, well, let me play that for you. And then G minor, bebop scale here, B natural to like that. Okay, so here's the exercise I want you to do. I want you to play 3, 5, 7, and 9 of each chord. So in F, it's this. In B flat, it's this. In A minor, it's this. In D7, it's this. In G minor 7, D7, F. And the reason why I want you to do that is because when you go up, I want you to play the chord up and then the scale down. So what we're going to do is, so that sounds like jazz. And then go to the B major 7th chord. And then the A minor chord. And then the D7 chord. So I threw in a B flat there because we're in the key of B flat. So sometimes you can play B flat, B natural, and get away with both. And then G minor. I've got to work out some fingering. I haven't done this for a while. And then C7. And to F. Now what I'm doing with the left hand is this pattern where I'm just edging out the next bar with an 8th note. So it's like this here, and then an eighth before here. So it's like a dotted quarter note and then an eighth. Dotted quarter, or sorry, yeah, dotted quarter rest and then an eighth. Dotted quarter rest and then an eighth. So that's all I'm doing here. So you might want to practice that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually not that easy to do, is clap on two, or do your snapping fingers on 2 and 4 and play those eighth ahead of the beat in the left hand. And then put the two together where you've got And if you do that enough times over and over and over again, it only takes, I don't know, maybe a couple of months of repetition of doing that. And that pattern, 1, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5, learn that in a couple of different keys and you'll be off and running with your improvising. Because it's the feel that starts to push into the way that you think and your fingers start to assimilate all of that sound of jazz. So keep doing it. I hope you do well with it. Let me play you out.